Never ever buy a commercial property without doing these things. The first one that you need to be doing before even buying a commercial property is a clear plan. What is your plan? What is your goal of investing? Because most people, when they invest in residential property, they just think about how many residential property I want to buy. They have no plan. They just want to look for a property and to buy property. Whether it's a negative cash flow property, whether it is losing X amount of money, they don't even bother. Simply that they go with the looks, they go with someone else's opinion, okay, buy that property, it will make money in future, and they just go for it. Commercial property, we do not buy like that. Before we buy a commercial property, we must have a clear plan, which is very straightforward, such as $100,000 passive income in next 3 years or 5 years or 7 years. That means $100,000 passive income means after paying all expenses, you want to collect, you want to get $100,000 yearly. And that's an important part, because once you set up that goal, it will drive you, that goal or the financial plan will drive you to which kind of properties you want to buy. It's not the other way around. It's not like you buy a property and then you decide that how you can make money. You first make a plan. Once the plan is there, and that plan will dictate what kind of commercial properties you are going to buy. Now, you can set up this kind of plan in residential properties as well. The problem is the residential property in general, it's a negative gearing property, negative cash flow property, so it does not make money. So just to have like $100,000 passive income from a residential property, you need like 30-40 properties, to be in a substantial property portfolio to get this kind of annual rental income. Whereas it is very much possible in commercial property, just buying 2 or 3 commercial properties can give you your desired goal, which is like to become financially independent, having a clear plan of 100,000, 150,000 or even 200,000 net return. So that means after all the expenses, that's the money that you want to collect. So make sure that you have that financial plan ready before you even look for property, before you even go further. That's the first step. If I want to buy my first property in a commercial property, the first thing that I will do is that set my financial goal. The second thing that you must be doing before even buying a commercial property is a clear understanding about commercial property. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be like a champion of each and everything that you need to know, but you must have a basic understanding. That's why the education is the number one thing. What is a triple net lease? How the lease gets structured? What's the thing that I have to look into when I'm buying a property? What do you mean by tenant interview? What business tenants are in? What is the GST implications? Do I have to pay GST when I'm buying that property? What is going concern means? There are a variety of things that you need to know. Now, I have dedicated my life literally to create as many videos as possible, and it's free. So I would highly recommend just go and watch all my other videos. Then you will understand quite a lot about commercial property. So learning is an important part. If you do not know anything about commercial property, or if you are blindly buying a property, it could be a mistake unless you are actually hand holding to someone and that person is actually helping you to do this. So I would not do that. I would prefer to know that area. I would prefer to know about the nitty-gritty things. So for that, I would like to have my education's baseline is clear before I actually put that property under contract, before I even look for that property. So this is something that I want to do, which is that I want to make sure that I understand about my education is quite good in terms of the commercial property before I even look for that commercial property. The third thing that you must do is that choosing a right asset class. Now, commercial property, there are different, as you know, the different types of properties available. You can buy an office space, you can buy a petrol station, which is a service station, which is like a specialized. You can buy an industrial property. You can buy in a retail, which is retail shop. You can buy you can buy hotel. There are so many different asset class that you available. So choosing a particular asset class, because once you choose asset class, for example, let's say if you will be buying only industrial properties, then it is easier for you to compare, and it is easier for you to understand more about the industrial properties as compared to the retail properties, as compared to specialized properties, as compared to office space. So understanding which asset class you are going to buy and why do you want to buy this. Remember, your goal, your financial plan, that will dictate and then through the education, then you will find out which asset class you are going to buy. Because if you are planning to buy an office space, because of you have good understanding about the office space and you believe that the office space right now the market is kind of not so good. So in future, when everybody will go back to work 5 days, which you are probably predicting in next 3 to 5 years it's going to happen, that means the office space will be completely full and the office rent is going to go up. The beauty of office space is that once you buy, generally its general wear and tear is way less. So office space could be a lucrative for you because that's what you believe in. So knowing a particular asset class and then taking it forward to your learnings and understanding and research towards that direction is important part, rather than scattering it through any kind of property, any kind of assets, any kind of area is not a good strategy. So when you are looking for a commercial property, always think about a particular asset class. And once you buy one and the next one, you might not be thinking about the same asset class. You might think about the different asset class. That's fine. But before you purchase your first one, you stick with one particular asset class because you need to do a bit of research. You need to do kind of understanding about that, what kind of comparison sales that is happening in that area. You need to go all these things properly before you purchase. I hope you find this video is helpful. If you like this video, consider subscribing my channel, turn the notification bell on so you get to see more videos like this, and it will also help me to reach out to more people like you. It's free. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.